Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Man on the Moon. My name is Drew, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things you should know before you invest into cryptocurrency. And if you stick around to the end, I'm also going to give 3 bonus tips from my experience investing in cryptocurrency over the last 5 or 6 years. So let's hop right into it. So the first thing you should know is that cryptocurrency is a volatile asset class. And what this means is that cryptocurrency's price can fluctuate compared to fiat quite substantially over short and long periods of time. It's not uncommon, especially among altcoins, to see these cryptocurrencies rise over 1,000% in very short periods of time. And it's also not uncommon for these cryptocurrencies to drop in price as much as 80-90% of their value. And this isn't just with altcoins either. Bitcoin can also experience major increases and decreases in its value, making it a very volatile asset. So because of that, if you're getting involved with cryptocurrency, fully understand and expect that the value of the currency that you invest in could see some major rises and falls over its lifespan. And I know a lot of people want to get involved with cryptocurrency because they hear about these insane gains people are experiencing, but that doesn't come without a lot of pitfalls along the way. A lot of the time, these people that are making a lot of money with cryptocurrency in the long term are holding to these downfalls where there's these large bear markets and the price of that cryptocurrency is dropping as much as 80-90% at times. If you just look at the chart of Bitcoin over its lifespan since it started over a decade ago, you can see how crazy some of these lines are as it increases and decreases in value substantially. And this can be very difficult to predict. So if you're trying to day trade with cryptocurrency, it's very easy to get burned because of this great volatility. There's not a lot of wiggle room for error. So just be wary of that and fully understand that the price of this cryptocurrency can drastically increase or decrease at any time. And it could be for something as simple as a tweet made by a famous person, or because of good or bad news circulation about cryptocurrencies, or because a specific company has gone ahead and decided to accept a cryptocurrency or has decided to no longer accept a certain type of cryptocurrency. And the price can even rise or fall just basically off the pure fact of FOMO and lack of understanding about what cryptocurrency is. As the price starts to rise dramatically, people really want to get involved in the cryptocurrency, and so they start throwing money into cryptocurrencies they don't understand, hoping that they can also earn these insane gains that people are receiving. Now, because of this, there's also the back end of that, because it's a double-edged sword, because the same thing happens when the price starts to drop. People start to see the price going down, and so they don't want to lose out on those gains they saw previously, or they just recently invested and don't want to lose even more money. So then they pull all their money out and the price drops even harder than it would have originally. So there's a lot of variables at play when you're investing with cryptocurrency. So just be mindful that anything and everything can cause the rise or the fall of the cryptocurrency prices. So fully expect some change in its price for good or for bad. Now, when you're investing in the United States, capital gains tax still applies to cryptocurrencies. So I can't speak for other countries, so you need to go ahead and look up your own tax laws and your own tax code in the country that you reside in. But in the United States, any cryptocurrency that you invest in and then pull your money back into fiat in less than a year, you're going to be subject to short-term capital gains tax, which is equal to that of your income level, which can be as high as 37%. So fully expect when tax season comes that the IRS may be footing you a bill for those gains that you saw the year previous. Now, if you're holding on to cryptocurrencies for long term, typically speaking, most people will only pay 15% or less in those long-term capital gains. So make sure when you're investing, you fully understand that if you want to realize some gains, if you're doing so within less than a year, you're going to get hit pretty hard with taxes in comparison with waiting until that full year is over and taking less of a hit from the IRS. Now, when it comes to taxes, please seek a tax consultant who can give you more information, who can better explain your specific situation and how that would apply to you when it comes to paying for taxes with your cryptocurrencies. It's also important to note that the Biden administration is looking to change the tax code when it comes to capital gains. So you might want to look into that before you realize gains, just to make sure you have that money set aside so you don't blow it all and then get blindsided by the tax bill later down the road. Now, the third thing you should know is that crypto is more than just digital money. A lot of people that are new to cryptocurrency just assume this is like Forex, some form of stock, or it's just some form of digital money. And that's actually not the case at all. Cryptocurrency is a lot more than just simply digital money. Although there are cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Litecoin that are dedicated towards being used as a fiat currency replacement or as a currency, there are other cryptocurrency projects out there that are a lot more than just simply a digital form of currency that utilizes blockchain technology. So blockchain brings in a lot of new possibilities with cryptocurrencies, including things like tracking assets, removing third-party intermediaries in business contracts through smart contracts on blockchains, and many other endless possibilities. I already did a video where I talk about different categories of cryptocurrencies and what they aim to accomplish. So if you click the little icon button there appearing on your screen, you can go ahead and watch that video where I break down the difference between proof of stake cryptocurrencies and proof of work cryptocurrencies, tokens and coins, and most notably, the different types of categories that exist and their different use cases. Now, the fourth thing you should know about cryptocurrency is there's actually a lot of scams and what we call rug pulls in the cryptocurrency industry. So cryptocurrency does not have the same levels of regulation that there are with other forms of assets. And so there's a lot of scams out there and rug pulls that exist that you do need to watch out for. So make sure that when you get your private key that you never, ever share your private key with anyone, no matter what. So even if a so-called developer or person who claims to be the developer of a coin or token that you've invested in asks for your private key for any reason, or any other person for that matter, claiming that they're going to gift you cryptocurrency, that they're going to airdrop you some money, or whatever the excuse is, do not ever give them your private key. They do not need it in order to send you money. All they need is your wallet address. So never ever share your private key with anyone ever. Now, rug pulls are basically when developers will go ahead and create a new token or a new coin in hopes of getting a larger group of people to go ahead and invest into it quickly. And then they go ahead and take all the money out from underneath those people and leave them kind of high and dry with no liquidity so that they gain nothing back. So it's basically a scam built completely upon hype. Now, rug pulls are typically more common when we're in some deep bull markets. So when you start to see some large rises in cryptocurrency, it seems like everyone's investing in cryptocurrency. Now, there are great new projects that come out year after year, but do your own research into these projects. Who are the developers of this coin or token? What is their end goal? What is their purpose? So make sure you know that before investing into these, and make sure that you avoid these rug pulls and these scams. And the fifth thing that you should know is that there is a lot of FUD out in the market when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now, a lot of people may have reasons for spreading FUD, but most notably, in my opinion, it comes a lot from a place of ignorance. A lot of people don't understand the cryptocurrency market. They bring up FUD because they don't understand what's going on in the market or a specific element of a project. Now, also, FUD can be spread through the media or people who legitimately understand cryptocurrency, but have ulterior motives of why they don't want people investing into these assets, because it may go contrary to things they support or that are supporting them. So when it comes to FUD, do your own research before just believing in it. Now, there is good FUD out there, and there is legitimate questions that need to be answered on different types of projects. And so it's important to pay attention to these, but also do your own research on them before you blindly just believe any FUD or doubt that's been spread about any specific project or the market as a whole. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my 3 bonus pieces of advice from someone who's been a crypto investor for several years now. So the first thing is to create a game plan. So if you're planning on investing any type of money into any type of cryptocurrency, make a game plan before doing so. So if your intention is to simply put money in and hold it for 5 years, make that your game plan, put that money into there and just hold it and stick to that game plan. I know when the price goes down or it goes up, that can create a lot of emotional response, but make sure that you stick to your game plan, because that's typically going to lead you to have the most success. So whatever you're doing, go into it with the plan first, and don't just blindly throw money into it because of some emotional response from you seeing that the market is down and you're wanting to go ahead and buy low, or because you see the market rising rapidly and you don't want to miss out on those gains. Those emotional decisions are typically what get people into the most trouble when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency. Now, my second piece of advice is to diversify. Now, a lot of people will learn about a specific cryptocurrency project. They'll learn about what they're trying to aim to accomplish, or something they see that will have potentially a lot of value, and they want to throw all their money into it. And that's great that you have that passion for that project, but you want to diversify your investment and spread the risk across the entire crypto market while investing into crypto, just the same as you would do in any other asset class. So when it comes to stocks, you don't want to throw all your money just into one stock either. You're probably going to want to spread those around to kind of spread that risk. And then that same concept also applies with cryptocurrency. And the good news is there is a lot of good projects out there. Just go out and research them, or watch my videos on my What the FUD series where I cover specific projects. And my third and final piece of advice that you may have heard from me before in my previous videos if you've watched this before, or you may hear from a lot of other people, is only invest money you can afford to lose. And what we mean by this, when you hear this from everyone else, is don't put money that's supposed to go towards rent or towards food into cryptocurrency hoping for a 10 or 100x in a very short period of time. That's usually what gets people into a lot of trouble when investing in cryptocurrency. So the money you should be investing should just be money that you have set aside that you're fine with losing if everything goes down to zero. Now, this isn't because we expect everything to go down to zero, but let's go back to your game plan. If you've made a game plan that you want to hold crypto for a year and we end up in a bear market, it's probably not going to make a lot of sense to pull that money out. And so if you plan on needing that money for something like paying off a loan, then you want to make sure that that money can sit there for longer if it needs to come back up into a swing market again. And if even shorter times table, like a week or a month, you don't want that money to be rent money, because if we do go into the red, into a bear market, and you're then left with less money than you started with, that can really put you into a bad situation. Now, everything I've shared with you guys today is just simply my opinion. I am not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. This is simply for entertainment and a guy talking on YouTube about his experiences and just passing on that friendly advice. I hope that what I was able to share today was able to help you learn a little bit more about cryptocurrency. The technology of cryptocurrency is awesome, and I'd love to see more people get involved and invest with it. If you'd like to learn more about cryptocurrency, I do have a Crypto 101 playlist. You can go ahead and watch through that. We'll go over the basics. And I also have a series called What the FUD that I've mentioned about previously that talks about specific cryptocurrency projects. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the content that I'm producing, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in my next video.
If you believe we put a man on the moon, man on the moon.
Oh, this is awkward. Didn't know you're still here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course click the notification bell. Bye.